My name is Arnold van Dyk, Director of Tax Services at TaxAudit, and in this video series we will be exploring different tax relief options available to you as a taxpayer. And today's video we will be discussing IRS penalty abatement. So the IRS likes to charge penalties. There are so many different types of penalties the IRS charges depending on the situation. The IRS can charge failure to file penalties. If you don't file your tax return on time, they charge failure to pay penalties. If you don't pay on time, sometimes they charge both of those at the same time. Obviously, if you didn't file and you didn't pay, the IRS charges accuracy related penalties. If they audit you and there is a large adjustment on your tax return, they can charge fraud penalties, which is very bad if they believe there was fraud on the tax return. And then there's also IRS trust fund penalties, a myriad of other penalties. Obviously in business taxes there are failure to deposit penalties and a lot of different options. In order to try to remove IRS penalties, generally speaking, you have to show that there's a reasonable cause for the IRS to remove the penalties. That usually means that you have to show that there was either written reliance from a tax professional or the IRS themselves when the error was made, either when the return wasn't filed or wasn't paid, or on the accuracy related penalty issues. Or you have to show that there was exigent circumstances that caused the mishap to occur, such as death in the family, serious disease, serious illness, or some other exigent circumstance why you made the error on the tax return or why the return was filed late, etc. The IRS also has a policy of first-time abatement for either the failure to file or failure to pay penalty if you can show a track record of good compliance. So how do you request penalty abatement? Well, obviously if you're audited and the IRS charges a penalty, you can either dispute the penalty through appeals or through the tax court process. If the IRS charges a failure to file or failure to pay penalty and they send you a notice, you can send in a penalty abatement request through form 843. And if the IRS denies it, you still have appeal rights. If they continue to deny it, you can pay the penalty and formally sue the IRS in district court. Or if the IRS tries to collect on the balance and you haven't had an opportunity previously to dispute the penalty, you can also try to do so through a collection due process hearing or through tax court, depending on the type of penalty, since tax court is a court of limited jurisdiction. So once again, a lot of nuance involved when trying to abate penalties. It's not always going to be possible. Okay, every single person obviously wants penalties, IRS penalties to be removed. The IRS is just not always going to be willing to do that. You can continue to try to fight the IRS. There are a lot of avenues available for you, but as a taxpayer, a tax professional needs to be honest with you and need to explain to you what your chances are of actually prevailing in trying to remove IRS penalties. A lot of less than reputable firms out there is going to tell you, oh yeah, we can get all these penalties removed, all this interest removed, interest for the most part only removable if there was IRS error. So very few circumstances that the IRS release interest, by the way. So just be careful as a consumer. Once again, a tax professional would need to be able to address your specific situation, give you a roadmap of what avenues they're going to take to try to get a penalty to be abated. And once again, don't listen to anyone who's giving you any type of guarantee, because no one is going to be able to guarantee that the IRS is actually going to remove a penalty for you. But if you can come up with a good game plan, you can concisely address the specific facts in your particular situation that shows reasonable cause, then yes, definitely you may have a good chance of getting penalties removed. So that's it for today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to visit our website or contact us directly. And you can also listen to our playlist of tax relief services available to you on our YouTube channel. Thank you.